Hey guys, it's Kate, and this week's topic is bisexuality. And boy, do I have a lot to say about bisexuality. First and foremost, I want to get this out of the way. Yes, I did get a haircut. I got it short again, so that it's just at my collarbone. I was actually going to get it shorter, like to above my shoulders, but next time. Being bisexual, I have been faced with a lot of pretty ridiculous myths and accusations and stuff like that. So I'm going to try and touch on all of them, and to help me do that, I just googled bisexuality myths, and I'm just going to talk about those. So number 1, there is no such thing as bisexual. You're either gay/lesbian or straight, no in between. Well, I can tell you for a fact that there is a such thing as bisexual. It's not black and white. It's sort of like that area in between, that gray area. And like Katie, I like the Kinsey scale. It shows how fluid sexuality is, that it's not just black and white. There are so many shades of gray. Number 2, to be bisexual, you have to love both genders equally. Well, I can see how one could get that idea, seeing as bisexual is described as being attracted to both genders, but I, for one, do not love both genders equally at all, quite honestly. But it's actually really interesting because it changes a lot. Like, a couple of months ago, I was completely into guys. I had a boyfriend. I was really attracted to guys. I didn't really think about girls that much. And right now, and for the past few weeks, the past few months, not so much. I really, really like girls right now. So you don't have to love both genders equally. And it changes. And that's okay. It's a sliding scale. It's fluid. Number 3. You can't be bisexual and be faithful to one person. Alright, this one. Everyone cheats. Not like everyone, but like straight people cheat, gay people cheat, I'm sure transgendered people cheat, bisexuals cheat. People cheat. Like, everyone cheats. Not everyone, but like everyone. So, being bisexual, it doesn't like increase your chances of cheating just because you're attracted to more people. Cheating is a personal decision. If you choose that you are not happy in the relationship that you're in and you want to go out and cheat, you go do that. Anyone can do that. It's a personal choice. And it's not more common with bisexuals. That's just stupid. I, for one, can be happy with just one person. I can be happy with a guy and have no girls. I can be happy with a girl and no guys. It's a personal choice. Number 4. Bisexuals have lots of sex all the time. No, not really. I mean, like, if someone wants to go have sex all the time, they can do that. It's not only bisexuals. There are those straight, horny people who just go and get STDs and have sex with every girl they pass or guy they pass, you know? Yeah, there are more options or whatever, but that doesn't mean that all bisexuals go for all of the options. I mean, I don't hit on every person I pass, and gay people don't hit on every person of the same gender they pass, and straight people don't hit on every person of the opposite gender they pass. Unless they do. But that's just because they're sexual. It has nothing to do with their sexuality. I don't remember what number I'm on. I think it's 5. Anyways. Bisexuality is just fashionable now. It's true. There are a lot of celebrities coming out as bisexual right now. And some of them aren't really representing us well. And I do agree that some of them probably are just saying it to get a story in a magazine or whatever. But there are people who identify as bisexual who are bisexual and aren't just doing it as a trend to go with the flow, you know? Like, quite honestly, I don't see why someone who is not bisexual would consciously and willingly put themselves through the discrimination and such that bisexuals go through when they don't have to go through it because they're not actually bisexual. But then you also get the people who say they're bisexual, but they are only really bisexual when they're drunk. And that's a little different. A little different. So yeah, I think that bisexuality is a very overused sort of sexual identity, but it does exist for some people. And last but not least, it's only a phase. Okay, so I actually can understand this one because there are gay people who, before they want to make that full step of saying that they're gay, come out as bisexual when they're still confused about their sexuality themselves. And they think that's what they are. They want to hold on to that half of them that is still straight. And that's where the whole bi now, gay later thing comes in. But there are people who are bi now who are bi later. So yeah, there are people who come out as bi who are gay later. There are people who come out as bi who are truly bi. So I think that if someone comes out as bi, you should just accept them as bi at that moment in time. And maybe it'll change, maybe it won't. But if the person says they're bi, they're bi. Unless they're drunk. Then I'm not really sure. So just 2 more things I wanted to touch on really quickly. Bi people are discriminated against in both the straight community and the gay community. Because the straight community, they think that, or they seem to think that bisexuals are just doing it for the attention, or they're just doing it because they're promiscuous, or whatever the reason. They don't think it's real. They don't think it's a real sexuality, I guess. But it is. And in the gay community, they pretty much, for the most part, think the same thing. Or they think that bisexuals shouldn't really be a part of the gay community because there is that part of them that is still straight, I guess you could say. But I think the gay people, they're a minority as well, so they should understand what the bisexuals are going through. So I think that's a little absurd. And the last thing I wanted to touch on, some straight and gay people will not date or will be hesitant about dating a bisexual And unless it's a bisexual girl and a straight guy, then they want to date the bisexual because they think that they'd be able to get in on some really hot threesomes. But that doesn't happen, just by the way. And I guess I could see how one could think that a bisexual person would not be happy being with just one person, just one gender. But if you're in a relationship with that person should be happy with just you. If a bisexual person isn't happy with you, it's not because they're bisexual and they want to go, they miss the other gender or whatever. It's because it's not working for other reasons. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry, I tried really hard to keep this video under 10 minutes, and I actually cut out a lot of stuff that I really wanted to say, but I kept the really important stuff in. But yeah, it's still over 10 minutes.
Rock stars are so lame. Pink razors, cocaine.
I blame the media for everything.